Hi everyone, welcome to Edna's Munchies. This week we are making a Swiss roll. My family, we're going to do a strawberry one, and this one we're going to make it decadent. Why? Double cream. We work that out later. So to begin, oven on. Before you start preparing your ingredients, always make sure the oven is on 200. Mine, remember, is a bit hotter than usual, so it's 175, but 200, because it only takes about 7 minutes to cook, so it's not long. And for this week, the main recipes actually is only 3 ingredients. You have 75 grams of sugar, castor sugar sieved, 75 grams of self-raising flour. I'll show you why the sieve is there in a minute, and 3 whole eggs. And then we need a tray. This one, I already put the parchment paper. You really need the parchment paper, because the actual biscuit or batter, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have any batter, so we need the parchment paper to help releasing from the tray. I put the batter underneath, then put the parchment paper and batter again, so ready to go. So this is a normal standard size. I don't know what it's called, but this one is old one. I like because the corners are really nice. So that's prep. We're gonna need spatula and metal spoon. Metal spoon is to mix in the flour. Don't ask me why we have to use metal spoon. I think it's because when you mix the eggs and the flour, it's not to break, to take the air out. So always use a metal spoon. So we begin with the sugar and the whole 3 eggs. And the whisking, the idea for the whisking is about 3 to 4 minutes. Usually, if I'm not recording, I have a song. So I put music on because I like cooking with my music. And what I do, a whole song means is enough time for the whipping. So we want to whip until a pale yellow. So we start with the whisk slowly. And your iron. Here we are, that's that done. So now the reason I put the flour on the sieve, so I go like this, so I can spread it all over the eggs, so I don't just do a big clump of flour on the top of the eggs. Because all we're trying to do here is keep the air in, because it's what is going to make this grow. So figure of 8. I'm usually not gentle, but this, please do it nice and gentle, because we need the air bubbles. This is all you need to do. And now I'm going to spread it on the baking tin. She spread it nicely. She goes on the corners. It's gonna rise a bit, but this is really what you need here. So just spread it on the corners. So this recipe is really nice. I've used it like to make my Yule log for Christmas. You can do with the cream or without the cream. But usually I do without the cream. Only when I fancy something more extravagant, I'll do with the cream. So this goes in the oven for 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. But keep an eye on it. If you have a glass, just keep an eye on it. While we're waiting, I'm gonna whip the cream. So, you know, I like using my Almere cream, whipped cream, double cream, as long as it's something you can whip. I like my Almere because I go times without using, so this keeps well in the fridge, and I like the flavor better. It's not so sickly as the other one. So 1 tub of this cream. And I'm gonna whisk Yeah, this one is an old whisk. I think it's older than some of my kids. Not joking. So I'm using this one because I have more control over the cream. The last thing you want is over whip the cream. So I'm gonna whip halfway through, then add icing sugar and then finish whipping. But be careful because this can, if you go any bit further, you become butter. Don't waste it, use it. So we are halfway now. So we're gonna add the icing sugar. I have sieved it. And I'll mix it in before I start whisking again, otherwise the flour will go everywhere and make the kitchen all sticky. So the cream, I think, is more than ready. You can see the nice soft peaks. We don't want, yep, that's perfect, because any more will make the cream go buttery. Yep. So that we leave to sit for a while we wait for the Swiss roll to finish cooking. And yeah, and we are ready. And mine is gonna be golden than I wanted to, but still nice to use. Ready to go. So we leave it sitting there for a couple minutes, so it helps coming against out of the tray. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, we get ready. So we need a tray. We need a clean tea towel, because the tea towel is what is going to help us fold the Swiss roll. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of jam and castor sugar. So the jam, usually I put it in a plate and then I'll mix it a bit so it breaks the lumps. So that way when you put it in a Swiss roll, there's no lumps and it's easier to spread. Okay, so the tray is still hot, so be careful. We release the corner bits. Make sure it's all released before we turn. We sprinkle with some icing sugar, because what this is going to do is going to help not sticking to the tablecloth. And then I'll put the tablecloth first. I use a tray. I find it easy with a tray, so, and then flip. Now when you're moving the tray, careful, it's hot. Make sure, yep, there it is. Now remove the paper slowly if you don't want to break it. And ta-da! Now we needed to let it cool for about 5-10 minutes. This one I'm gonna let it cool a bit more because we have to add the cream, otherwise I wouldn't let it cool down as much. But yeah, we let it cool down for a couple minutes. Yeah? So now here's the time for the jam. So now here's where you can put all the variations, like if you want, you can use whatever preserves you like. I've done chocolate spread, raspberry jam, lemon curd as well is nice. I like lemon curd. But normal consensus in our house is mainly strawberry jam. A couple weeks ago I've done the chocolate one. I really was chocolate spread with cream. Always fun. It was really craving for chocolate one, so I've done that. But mainly everybody likes the jam. So you can do now this is the time you can do just the Swiss roll without the cream. But because I want the cream, I'm gonna add the cream. But if you don't want the cream, the next step is the rolling. So we put the cream now. Okay, now we put the cream all over. Don't be stingy, but then don't go too crazy, because we're gonna have to roll it and will come out. Leave some space at the end so you can help roll. Even if I don't use all the cream, I'm sure the kids will be more than happy to have the cream with waffles or even cake. So this is it. So the next step is very important. Yeah, we can we turn the cake. So we're gonna use the tablecloth to aid this, yeah? So we fold it and then re-roll, yeah? And use the tablecloth to help you. And re-roll. So we want the seam facing down. Now we get the plate and we move it into the plate and ta-da! So we're gonna allow the refrigerate for an hour or couple hours, and then let's see the results inside. Can't wait. Ready? Here we go. All nice and chilled. Ready for a slice. So let's see how it looks inside. So that's the first slice. And voila. That's how it looks like. And I'm ready for my cup of tea. And yeah, show this one. So there it is. A nice, fluffy, soft Swiss roll, homemade, and just indulge. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week. Have a blessed week. Bye.